Iterations. So, iterating. Iterations are the idea of taking an idea and then building on that idea with new ideas. One thing I think we should be careful of in these devlogs and this game dev journey entirely, I think, is that if we iterate too much, we might get a little bit big for our britches, so to say. I took on a massive pixel art project, and in reality I should have done it one step at a time.
But I unfortunately did not have the forethought to understand that it was going to be a massive undertaking. I had every intention of drawing out the entire map. You'll see it here just a second. I had every intention of drawing the entire map and showing you all of this in a gigantic time lapse. But I realized I don't have enough time in the day. And I figured you guys want to see the updates.
But before any of that, I made you guys a promise last time to show you what the dash is going to look like in Unity with the animation that we made in the last video. So, here it is.
Yeah, check it out. I couldn't be bothered to do the camera script right now. Well, it's kind of fast, so you have to catch it really quickly. I couldn't be bothered to do a follow camera script at this time. There are still some issues. I didn't actually use all the frames well. You should know that I spent like 3 hours debugging my own mess. I did all of this error proofing stuff, and then error proofed myself into oblivion. So basically I've set up two different scripts here. One to handle just the animations and one to handle the player controller script. It turns out, I again, as I've said many times, do not know what I'm doing. But here is the dash script just for anyone that's curious. You can see that I have a multitude of variables here, such as the speed and force, which is basically just saying that the speed, well, that's the walking speed, but the dash speed and the dash time limit long one can dash.
I'm showing you guys all of this because basically I need to vent. This stupid hacky job I did was basically this variable here. I have this little faux state machine that I made myself. And basically it turned out that this was just in the wrong place when it should have been in the if statement here. It caused me a lot of grief, so here is saying thank you guys for being my therapist in this video. This was a lot of frustration, and I'm just glad it's done. But if you're curious and you want to see this dash script implemented, please leave a comment below and I will be sure to work it out for you and make a video explaining how it works.
So back to iterations. I want to get this out of the way because this is actually going to be Mount Chloe. The area you saw just a little while ago, that was Blackberry Covert. Iterating on this idea, we're going to actually do this in pixel art. You saw a little bit earlier, so let me show you this wonderful pixel art I've came up with. Ta-da! This is what I alluded to earlier in the video when I said something about doing a full time lapse. I did not actually have time to do that, but here it is anyways, because I figure you guys might want to see it, and I actually learned something about doing this while I was actually drawing it out. Pixel art is squares! Shocking, right? Something so fundamental it took me actually plugging it into Unity to figure this out. So I realized that what I started to do is I wanted to draw this whole full feature length, full image here, the bridge, the trees, all of that, and then I realized after a while that it kind of got me down because it was taking forever. So I plugged it into Unity, and then I realized that it wasn't going to work anyway, so serendipity, I guess. But I learned that these 32 by 32 squares, because I had to set a resolution in Unity anyways, but these 32 by 32 squares worked out perfectly because the character herself, in this case her, is 32 by 32. So instead of trying to draw this full picture, let's go back and just iterate one step at a time. Let's actually just work on one gameplay moment. And over here we're going to have a camp scene. That's going to be part of the story. You may have noticed some of the stuff was redacted before, but that's because I don't want to show you all of that just yet. But here it is. This is what we're going to be working with. This is going to be our first gameplay scene. And I will catch you guys in the next devlog. Bye.